Many fall. Are you here to discuss your orders? Or is there something else you want? I've thought it over, and I want you to interview 3 informants in Vivec City concerning the Nerevarine and the 6th House. First, I want you to speak with Adir Anir, a Khajiit Thieves Guild operative. Second, I want you to speak with Huleya, an Argonian in the Morag Tong. Finally, I want you to speak with Mera Milo, a temple priestess. Here, I've written the details down so you won't forget. And here are 200 drakes for bribes and other expenses.
will listen.
This town is Balmora, council seat of...
Ravir knows why you are here. You want to buy Ravir's famous Daedric weapons.
Outlander. What? Good to see you again. Please, whenever you're in Balmora, feel free to stop by. Now, what can I do for you?
They've moved.
Do you need something?
When you welcome, adventurer. Looking for an equalizer? Something to give you an edge against a superior opponent? When you need to do a lot of damage in a hurry, you can't beat a poisoned blade. Try my inexpensive iron spider dagger and steel spider blade, or an imperial netch blade for even more bite.
There is one less necromancer.
All right, I'm intrigued.
Ajira knows that you are a good friend of Ajira. Var, var, var.
Why walk when I can guide?
Why walk when I can guide?
Go ahead.
What do you want? Trade? Jadanar has no trade. Jadanar has the sugar. What does Jadanar need with trade? Just go away and leave Jadanar alone.
Outlet. Welcome to Vivec. I'm Savisa Tehran. Are you looking for services in the sacred city? Maybe I can help. A census and excise agent has been prowling the Canton Falah, and this agent, whose name is Duvianus Platorius, has been showing an interest in Adiranir. So my guess is that while this census and excise agent is making his appearance, Adiranir will be hiding in the underworks. Swims pretty good for a kitty. Gets her inspiration from the census and excise, I reckon. Look for trapdoors down from the canal works level. The sewers, down under. How do you think they keep it so clean and fresh up here? By dumping the dung out the bottom. Over the side, down under water, you can see the outflow drains. How do you get in? Why, swim, of course. Or you could use the trapdoors nearby if you don't fancy a little swim.
Good hunting.
Go on about your business. You may speak.
I'm looking for a friend of mine, a female
Go on
Khajiit named
about your
Adiranir.
business.
Yes. As I said, I'm looking for a friend of mine, a female Khajiit named Adiranir. I thought you might be able to tell me where to find her. Yes, her name is Adiranir and she is a Khajiit. Do you know where I can find her? What a disappointment. But thank you for your time. I was just heading back to the mainland myself anyway. And maybe I'll run into her there.
This...
Sarah? What was that? You may speak.
Outlander. I simply wish to go to my friend's bookstore, but these troublesome... I welcome you as the friend of my friend, but I wish to go to my friend's bookstore, and these troublesome fools are in my way. I have tried to persuade them, but they hate my race, and I fear there will be violence. Perhaps if you speak with them, but be careful, and be ready. The sight of a free Argonian offends these racist thugs. It would tarnish my Morag Tong honor to slay them, and I don't want to trouble my friend Saralis Golmis by fighting in his club. But I must go to my friend's bookstore, where we can talk in peace. If you have a way with words, perhaps you can talk to them. Or if you have a way with money, they might be bought. Otherwise, I fear there must be bloodshed.
Am I talking to you, Fetcher? No. I am talking to the filthy lizard, so push off. What? Are you some kind of filthy lizard lover? You want to give your little friend a big kiss? You're too kind. Blah, blah, blah. He can stay here forever for all I care. Not my problem.
Are we ready to travel together to Jobasha's rare books? When we arrive at my friend's bookstore, I will answer your questions there. Will you travel together with me to Jobasha's rare books? We leave through the door to the Foreign Quarter Wasteworks, turn right, west, continue down the hall and across the atrium on the same level, then follow the opposite corridor west on the other side of the atrium all the way to Jobasha's door. I must warn you, unless these troublesome fools are persuaded to behave like civilized beings, there may be fighting and killing if we try to travel together. Thank you. I will follow you to Jobasha's rare books, and we will speak further there.
This is Vivec, Pilgrim. It's big. Can't you find your way around the cantons?
What words do you have for me, Citizen? Listen, Outlander.
Move
Even
along.
natives are confused in the cantons.
Yes, thank you very much. We should be free from distraction here. Now, I said I'd tell you about the Nerevarine cult so you can report back to Caius. And I don't know of any Sixth House cult, but I can tell you what I do know. Yes, thank you very much. We should be free from distraction here. Now, I said I'd tell you about to understand the Nerevarine cult. You must understand the history of the Ashlanders. Nerevar means something very different to the Ashlanders from what he means to Dunmer of the Great Houses. You should also know about the persecution of the Nerevarine and the legacy of the false incarnate, for the Nerevarine cult is at the heart of the ancient conflict between the nomadic Ashlanders and the settled Great House Dunmer. Here, in the First Era, the nomadic Ashlanders and the settled Dunmer clans were much alike. But after the First Council and the formation of the Great Houses, Ashlanders have been steadily forced into the poorest and most hostile lands. Now the nomadic tribes look to the prophesied return of Nerevar for a restoration of their ancient rites and religious traditions. In modern times, Morrowind is ruled by 5 great houses: House Hlalu, House Redoran, House Telvanni, House Indoril, and House Drez. Great Houses culture is partly defined by its roots in ancient Dunmer tribal clans, and partly by later imperial influences from other Western cultures. The Great Houses culture is only one of the native Dunmer cultures of Morrowind. The other native culture, the Ashlander culture, is a nomadic barbarian culture, largely untouched by imperial influences. The Ashlanders hate the House Dunmer, who have become soft and who have abandoned traditional ancestor worship for the gods of the tribunal. And the Ashlanders hate Outlanders, who invaded and stole their land and forced them to live as a subject people. A reborn Nerevar who could drive out the Outlander invaders, destroy the false worship of the tribunal, and restore the pure traditional life and faith of the nomads would be a very popular hero to the Ashlanders. In the past, some have claimed to be the reincarnated Nerevar. The most recent is known as Peakstar, a figure of legend among the Wastes tribes for the last 30 years. The temple says these false incarnates disprove the prophecies, since the false incarnates fail and come to nothing, but the mystical Nerevarine cult glorifies rather than shrinks from contradictions, citing the appearance of failed incarnates as certain proof of Nerevar's coming rebirth. The temple treats the Nerevarine prophecies as heresy, and the temple imprisons and executes heretics unless prevented by imperial law. But since the Nerevarine cult is hostile to the Empire does not interfere when the temple persecutes the cult. Ashlanders hate the temple, and particularly the Ordinators, for their ruthless treatment of Nerevarine cultists.
What is this about?
Small fork on outside, or is it inside?
Listen, Pilgrim, even natives get confused in Vivec. What are you looking for?
I've lots of remedies to keep you. Hello, I'm still waiting for that gold cannet flower. Not to be pushy, but I don't like to be kept waiting. The flower I need is called Roland's Tear, and it has magical powers greater than the ordinary gold cannet. It grows in the Daedric ruins near Vivec. I'd be grateful if you could go fetch 5 of the flowers for me. Mind you, it's one particular type. The others won't do. If you could do this little favor for me, I will make you something rare and wonderful from the ingredients left over. Wonderful. Now, I may be wrong, but I think the ruins are east of here. Or was that west? No, east, and a bit to the north. Well, it's not very far at any rate. Near the water. I'll mark it on your map. Look to the eastern edge of the ruins. Now hurry, please. Oh, and be careful. I hear there are dangers near. Remember, I don't need regular gold cannet, only the Roland's Tear variety.
You may speak. By the 3, my rights and duty. Move along.
Welcome. It is good to see a customer in the store. That annoying fool outside chases them away. Did you not see him as you entered? It is that Marcel Morar. Outside my shop he stands all day, selling ridiculous wares. Get rid of him I would like to, but the law says he is within his rights. Perhaps you might find a way. You think you can? I would like that. Make him go away, and I will have rewards for you.
Hello, my friend. Hello, my friend. What a glorious time it is. Perhaps I can interest you in one of my fine wares. All magical, all for a low, low price. A man in my line of work must find a way to make a living. I am an actor. Or at least I hope to be. I am the poor player who struts and frets for a while on a stage and then has lunch. I am full of sound and furiousness. Oh, if there were but a good theater troupe in this town, I could give up selling these baubles. Oh, woe is me. Oh, to be an actor, to act perchance to earn some money. Ah, but to have a company of players. For only then will I be able to showcase my arts. Yes, all the world's a stage, but no one wants to pay me to act on it. Do I drop the sweet roll, or hand it over and come back later? I don't know.
Welcome to Vivec. I'm sure you have some questions. What would you like to know? Crassius Curio is quite a patron of the arts. He commissioned some artists to do a mural for him, and I heard that he has written a new play and would like to have it performed. He'll probably be putting together a group soon. Oh, help us all. Well, it's probably no better than Crassius's old plays, which were awful. Dance of the Three-Legged Guar was quite a sight, though.
Masera. This is... Welcome to Vivec. I'm Hlenil Neladrin. Are you looking for services in the Sacred City? Maybe I can help.
Yes, I'm Crassius Curio, but you can call me Uncle Crassius. A company of players, yes. I would love to be able to form a company to put on my new play, but there are so few in the area that are willing to act, even for a good price. Of course, I need an actor with wit, grace, charm, and a firm... Oh, never mind. You wouldn't be a bad choice, Muffin, but you seem to have other matters to attend to. If you see someone else who fits the bill, send them to Uncle Crassius. It's going to be fabulous, my little sweet roll. The lusty Argonian maid will stir the soul, touch the heart, and rouse the masses from their slumber.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick. What words do you have for me, citizen? I'm Aaron Marin, the gondolier. What is your destination? I can also help with local information. Do you need services? Are you looking for some specific... Is there something What is it, citizen?
Forget tomorrow. If you are right, act. Yes, I'm Mara Milo. Caius sent you. Follow me into the back of the library. We can't talk here. Follow me to the back of the library. We can talk there. It's an Ashlander cult. Primitive superstition, says the temple. Nerevarines say the tribunal are false gods. I've never understood why the temple wastes so much energy on them. The faithful cannot be shaken by such attacks, and the Ashlanders are just ignorant savages. But since the submission of the temple to the Empire, and the erosion of faith among the Dunmer, the militant wing of the temple is increasingly fierce in its attacks on heretics and heathens. This book lists the disputes of the dissident priests with tribunal temple doctrines. The temple has outlawed the sale or possession of the book, so it will be hard to find. We have a copy here, but I fear I'm being watched by the ordinators here. A safer plan would be to search local booksellers. Some booksellers ignore temple bans on outlawed books for profits or for principles. The dissident priests dispute temple doctrine and are outlawed and persecuted by the temple. Ordinators arrest and imprison heretics, and the Empire cannot interfere. Progress of Truth lists their beliefs. In brief, they challenge the purity and divinity of the tribunal, suggesting their powers are sorcerous, not divine, and perhaps akin to the powers of Dagoth-Ur. They also condemn the arbitrary power of the ordinators and accuse the temple hierarchy of self-interest and corruption. I do not care for temple politics, but I have read Progress of Truth, and it troubles me. I have friends, former priests, who have gone into hiding, so I am bound to come to the attention of the ordinators. I am careful. Why does the temple persecute the dissident priests? Because attacks on the temple weaken the faith and leave the people defenseless against the influence of Dagoth-Ur. Faith is what strengthens the will of the believer against Dagoth-Ur's lies. Faith is the source of the divine power that sustains the tribunal in their battle with Dagoth-Ur. Since the Empire, some Dunmer have turned away from the temple. That's why Dagoth-Ur grows stronger, why blight storms and monsters threaten the land.
What is it, citizen?
This is I'm Talsi Uvain the Gondolier. What is your destination? I can also help with local information. Do you need services? Are you looking for some specific place? Or for some...
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
What words do you have for me, citizen?
Outlander, what do you want?
What do you want?
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick. I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick. Go on about your business.
Yes, friend? You've found a troop forming? Then I must go to see the noble patron. Thank you, my friend. You will not be forgotten. Yes, yes, the play's the thing, wherein I'll catch the purse strings of that guy.
You've done it. I admire your persuasiveness, friend. Thank you for your help. Allow me to give you this as a token of my appreciation.
Go on about your business.
What was it I asked you to do? Oh, yes. Find out about the disappearance of the dwarves.
Tell him I'm Flacacia Fauceus the Imperial, Guild Guide. I provide instantaneous transport between...
Why walk when I can guide?
Make it quick, Alfred.
Did you speak with Mera Milo yet? Make sure you've gotten everything she can tell me about the 6th house and the Nerevarine cult, then report back.
My time is precious, so make it. What do you want?
Keep moving.
Hail. Teleportation is the only civilized way to travel.
Teleportation
to
is
you,
the only
Cyrodiil.
civilized way to travel.
long.
I've told you what I know about the
If you are
Nerevarine
right,
cult.
act
I hope
today.
Caius finds it helpful. You want some? What do you want? Var, var, var.
What is this
I've
about?
told you what I know about the...
This is the sacred city of Vivec. Count your blessings. What is it, citizen? Tidings.
I'm Flacacia Fauceus the Imperial, Guild Guide. I provide instantaneous transport between
Nothing gets you there faster than magic.
I don't have a lot of patience for questions.
Did you speak? Are you here to discuss your orders? Or is there something else you want? I have your report, and I'll make copies of your notes from Huleya and the Progress of Truth. Give me time to read and digest all this. In the meantime, I'm promoting you to Journeyman. You're doing good work. And here are 200 drakes. Go out and treat yourself to a new pair of shoes. And go do some jobs for the guilds or other freelance work, just to keep your cover story current. Or get some training. Then, when you're fit and rested, come back and I'll have new orders for you. I'm not ready for you yet, I told you. Go out and brush up your skills or do some freelance work to support your cover story, or go shopping, or do some sightseeing. Just leave me alone and let me think.
No, I don't think.
Quickly, Outlander. I have too much time. Respectable citizen.
It comes near. What does it want?
Do you need something? Well, word on the street is that you've got a bounty on your head. As you're a Thieves Guild member in good standing, I should be able to fix that for a discounted price. Sound fair to you?
This one weaves a song, she'll sing it
Habasi asked you to free our brother.
How do you do?
Where is new shoes?
Beneath Red Mountain, Lord Dagon sleeps, but when he wakes, we all...
Ravir knows why you are here. You want to buy Ravir's famous Daedric weapons. Sweet skooma.
Someone should teach you some manners.
You want something?
Khajiit, Ravir knows why you are here. You want to buy Ravir's famous Daedric weapons.
has no words for you.
Ravir knows why you are here. You want to buy Ravir's famous Daedric weapons.
Beneath Red Mountain, Lord Dagoth sleeps, but when he wakes, all
You want something?
Greetings. Let's do business.
Beneath Red Mountain, Lord Dagoth sleeps, but when he wakes, he all...
I'm not ready for you yet, I told you. Go out and brush up your skills or do some freelance work to support your cover story, or go shopping, or do some sightseeing. Just leave me alone and let me think. Are you here to discuss your orders? Or is there something else you... We need an Ashlander informant. I have heard of a fellow in Aldrun named Hasur Zainsubani, an Ashlander who left the Wastes to become a wealthy trader. They say the Ashlanders like to give and receive presents. Take these 100 drakes. Find out what Zainsubani likes, and get him a gift. Then give him the gift and see if he will tell you about the Ashlanders and the Nerevarine cult. Then report back to me.
This town is Balmor. I've got my eye